Hello, entrepreneurs. My name is Bimal Shah. I'm on a mission to make pioneers out of entrepreneurs by helping you achieve your 3 year goal in 1 year that's tied to your 25-year vision and 5 year moonshot. I do it through weekly sprints and 90-day leaps. This is the Pioneers Academy podcast, and I'm on a mission to make a million pioneers. And I thought this podcast channel will help you achieve your 3 year goal and jump to the next level. I'm going to be showing lots of training and lots of great episodes. So join on this podcast and get all the training and resources you need to achieve your 3 year goal in 1 year and make yourself a pioneer. I wrote 13 books, Becoming a Pioneer, and you can get all those 13 books on Amazon. We're going to give away to every listener who listens on this podcast a $100 Amazon gift card so you can get all the books and learn how to become a pioneer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another powerful and inspiring episode of the Pioneers Academy podcast. I'm your host, April, and today's conversation is one you absolutely don't want to miss after sales service. So, this episode, many entrepreneurs chase new leads, but real growth happens after the sale. So, joining us today will break this down with us. So, none other than Bimal Shah, the creator of the One Year Breakthrough System and the 13 book Becoming a Pioneer book series. So, I'm excited to dive in with you, Bimal, today.
Thank you very much, April, for having me here. Really excited about today's topic because this is where all the gold is. In the after sales service, the sales happen actually after you sell someone, and you make a lot more sales if you focus on the after sales service. Really excited to dive in on how you can cash in on this treasure and what are the structures and systems that you need to focus on to make sure you can capitalize on this.
Exactly, Bimal. So, without further ado, let's start from the foundation, Bimal. So, when you talk about after sales service, how do you define after sales service, and why is it actually one of the most powerful growth levers instead of a cost center?
And after sales service, people often feel like, okay, you got sold, and people don't want to feel that, that okay, I got sold on this, or I got convinced on this, and I got this, but it didn't. There's three levels of you know response you have when you buy something. First is you feel like you made a sacrifice, meaning that you got less than what you paid for, and you're never going to that manufacturer or brand or product maker or whoever you bought that product for service from. The second is you're satisfied, meaning, yeah, okay, I got it. I got what I paid for. But then if you find something cheaper, you're going to go to. So you're still in a switch mode. You could be, buying that same product, or if you need to buy that product again, you may go to someone else. And the third is the surprise factor where you got a lot more than what you paid for, and this is where you build that relationship. So after sales service is allows you to find where you stand in first of these three levels. So, is your product at a sacrifice, satisfy, or surprise level? And if your product or service is at the third level, you can improve and take it to the next level and keep on offering more, and you can keep on building that relationship, and you can keep on surprising, and people would love that, and people would become raving fans of yours. Now, if your product is at the other two levels, or your service is at the other two levels, where the sacrifice level or the satisfy level, now it's a room for improvement. This is where and this is why, every feedback is improvement, is good, whether it's good feedback or bad feedback. The key thing is getting feedback from your customers is key, and that helps you become, improve and realize, okay, what you need to do in your business to grow and build and improve. So that's why the after sales service is very, very important. Just once you sold, another person sold, I got the money in the bank, let me just run and do everything I need to know. Go back to your customer. Hey, you just processed this, how do you feel? Did everything work out for you? Did things? Just reach out to the customer. They don't want to feel the buyer's remorse. So very, very important to do the after sales service.
Thank you for breaking that down so clearly, Bimal. And I appreciate how you redefine after sales. It's like not an expense, but as an asset. It really shifts the mindset and helps entrepreneurs see that in this stage, is actually where long term is quietly beginning. So, thank you. Now, in your experience, what are the most critical touch points in the first 30 to 90 days after a customer buys? What moments decide if they become loyal clients or if they slowly disappear?
So the first 30 to 90 days are extremely critical. And this is where you get feedback or you get improvement or you can do after sales service or you can do, you can provide other resources or maybe upsells or things like that that really, offer them what they want. And it doesn't look like a sale or it doesn't look like you're pushing something. But, it makes you feel like a trusted advisor. So going, after these touch points in the first 30 to 90 days, getting feedback is very, very critical. And that helps you position, okay, knowing from the customer and guiding them. And this could be touch points with an immediate feedback. How did you do? What can we do to improve? What was, did the customer, like did the people treat you properly? They speak to you properly? What this is where you get immediate surveys, questionnaires, things like that, feedback. And then, the second aspect is follow through on it. Hey, you submitted this feedback, and so we're giving you this as a key point and things like that. You gave this feedback, and as relation to this feedback, it was very helpful for us, and here's something for you. So now you have that buy-in and that engagement and that touch point, and you continue that touch point for 90 days. And now you have a long-term engagement, because if you build that relationship with that customer, and that relationship, when people think that relationship is only to be built when you talk to someone, when you meet someone, or when you go to a networking event, those are the only ways you can build relationship, or you can, communicate with someone with a DM or, instant message, or Instagram or Facebook Messenger. That's not true. You can build instant messaging, you can build all of these automations, and these automations can also work as relationship tools, and these can help you build relationship with the brand, relationship with the company, relationship with overall brand, branding that you do and the positioning that you do, that makes that customer a long-term customer of yours and a company. So if you want to grow like a bigger brand, a bigger company, you have to build these relationships that are not necessarily just tied to having a person talk to your meet. You can do that too, but you can also add this component too. That's why the first 30 to 90 days is very important.
I like how you emphasize that those first 30 to 90 days is really crucial and really important part, Bimal, so that they would know what to expect and what will be happening during this stage. Thank you. Now, what are some practical or like doable after sales practices that entrepreneurs can use to turn customers into raving loyal fans?
To build royal fans, you have to have at least a minimum 1 year journey. So, you have to craft out that what's going to be your journey from the moment the customer does the first transaction till the first anniversary of the customer. Because when that happens, you can consistently, turn that around for the next year and the following year, and then you can build lifetime value. But that journey is so important. That's why I say, don't sell the destination, sell the journey, and the journey itself is the destination. So once you build that journey, that what happens from day 1 to day 365. Okay, that it has to be laid out, and we help you build that journey. If you click on the show notes below, go through the scorecard, go through the systems, the structure, the questions, we can actually help you build a documented journey for a full year that can actually help you scale your business on a recurring basis year after year with your customers and build that relationship and convert that into raving fans. So that is the key after sales practice, the 1 year journey.
Thank you for such a great reminder for all of us, Bimal. And yeah, we'll surely check on that show notes. And we will not going to miss this. I highly encourage our dear listeners today to check on that as well. Now, um, for business owners who want to know their efforts are working, how can they measure their after sales service? Are there simple metrics or yeah, a scorecard that they can use to track improvements in retention and referrals?
So there's, we have built a complete dashboard and structure. So if you go on the scorecard, we can actually help you customize and build this entire metrics of touch points and say, okay, the first touch point, the second touch point, third. And there's a true story of how actually Lufthansa turned from a negative 70 million to a positive $400 million company by doing touch points and doing 400 touch points. And they measured every single touch point and how much touch point converts into positivity, which touch point converts into great feedback, which touch point converts into, additional purchases, sales, and things like that. So touch points are really important. And the more you measure your touch points, the more you can have a great conversion and great profitability. And we have a system. So if you click on the show notes below the scorecard, it gives us the basic information to help you build these touch points and then craft out the 1 year journey. And then that can be, repeated over and over again or improved as you grow your business.
And I appreciate that framework, Bimal, all in one. That system has everything they needed. So what they need to do now is just to check on that link, try it for themselves, right? So that's really something very helpful. They have it all in one. Thank you so much. Now you also talk about strategic offers like book learning, bonus tools, or special access. How can this be integrated into the after sales journey to deepen trust and even the stage for future upsells?
So, I we also have a book publishing service. So if anybody who feels like, oh, I don't have the time to write a book or this or guide or this, we have a simple three-step process, a 90-minute book, where you can actually give us 90 minutes of your time and we'll get you a book. So, you know, go through those stages. We can actually help you. These are great resources, and if you don't have, we can help you build it. We'll build it for you. You don't have to do it. We'll do all the work and get it done for you, so you don't have to do it. And those are resources. The books actually make you a trusted authority. So imagine, your 300-page book or 200-page book acting as a business card. How much more you have put in that business card compared to a strong, simple, 4 by 6. 1 second. 4 by 6 business card that instead of the book. So the book acts as a great resource for you and for your business. So utilize those resources, click on the show notes below, click on the QR code, get some grants. There's some grants that can also help you scale your business and grow to the next level.
Love that, Bimal. Thank you so much for having another option for a continuous journey for our dear listeners listening right now. Thank you. Now, you've written 13 books and you're becoming a pioneer book series, and which of those books highlight resources connected to after sales service, and where can we have an access on that?
Donors below, I'm giving a $100 Amazon gift card. You can click on that. You'll get access to all the books on Amazon, and you can. I said, this book's become your book, and it makes you a pioneer, makes you the only one in your industry, helps you achieve your 3 year goal in 1 year. They're all written with one thing in mind, making you a pioneer. So get access to those books. Get the $100 Amazon gift card. Achieve your 3 year goal in 1 year, and become the only one in your industry, and become a pioneer. Hello, pioneers and entrepreneurs. My name is Bimal Shah. I'm on a mission to make pioneers out of entrepreneurs by helping you achieve your 3 year goal in 1 year that is tied to your 25-year vision and 5 year moonshot. I do it through 90-day leaps and weekly sprints and through my own proprietary 4 leap system. I've also written 13 books, the Becoming a Pioneer series. I've founded the Pioneers Academy, the Pioneers platform, and several resources that help you on several different platforms: the Thrive platform, Transform platform, and Transcend platform. So these are resources and tools that I built for you to double your business in a year and scale exponentially and become the only one in your business.